Long ago, in a land far, far away, there lived a little girl named Ilara, who loved nothing more than to sit by the whispering river that flowed near her home. She would spend hours watching the water dance and sparkle in the sunlight, listening to its soothing sound as it rushed over the pebbles and murmured secrets to the trees. The river was Ilara's best friend, and she knew every inch of its path like the back of her hand. She had seen the sparkling waterfalls hidden in the forest and the calm pools where dragonflies rested. She had watched the river change with the seasons, from the icy flows of winter to the playful splashes of spring. One day, while sitting by the river, Ilara noticed something unusual. A small, shimmering pebble had appeared in the shallows. The pebble was unlike any other stone she had seen before. It seemed to glow with an inner light and pulsed with a strange energy. Curiosity bubbled inside her like a fizzy drink. Could this be a magic stone? Had it been here all along, and she just hadn't noticed? Or had the river brought it from somewhere else? With a mix of excitement and apprehension, Ilara reached out to touch it. As her fingers brushed against the stone, a jolt of energy shot through her arm, and a voice echoed in her head. "Find me, follow my song," the voice whispered. Confused but intrigued, Ilara looked around. There was no one nearby, only the trees rustling in the breeze. Then she heard it. A faint melody drifted from the river, carried on the wind. Ilara knew that song. It was the song of the river, but now it had a new urgency, a plea in its notes. Listening closely, she could hear a second tune woven through it, a gentle, lilting melody that seemed to beckon her forward. With a deep breath, Ilara stood up. The river needed her help. That much was clear. But how could she assist a river? Was this magical pebble the answer? Clutching it tightly, Ilara followed the river's song. She walked along its path, listening intently. The music grew louder, guiding her deeper into the woods. The trees closed overhead, forming a canopy that filtered the sunlight into dancing spots on the ground. Finally, the song led her to a clearing. In the middle stood a large oak tree, its branches heavy with age and wisdom. And at the foot of the tree, nestled among the roots, was a tiny spring. Its water bubbled up from the ground and trickled over moss-covered stones. This was the source of the river, the place where its journey began. But it wasn't just a spring. It was a portal, a gateway to another world. Ilara could feel its power humming beneath the earth, waiting to be unleashed. But the spring was dry. Its waters had vanished, leaving behind a cracked and lifeless pool. Without its waters, the river wouldn't flow. The animals would suffer, and the plants would wither and die. Without thinking twice, Alara placed the magical pebble into the spring. Instantly, a surge of energy shot upwards. The spring gushed forth with water, overflowing its banks and rushing down the hill. As it did, the river's song changed, becoming stronger, happier, full of gratitude. Overjoyed to have saved the river and all who depended on it, Ilara turned to go. But as she did, the wind shifted, carrying with it the scent of rain, and a rumble of thunder echoed in the distance. Suddenly, dark clouds blotted out the sun, and heavy raindrops began to fall. The skies opened up, pouring torrents of water down onto the thirsty land. Floods surged through the river's path, threatening to wash away everything in their path. Houses were inundated, farmlands were swamped, and frightened animals sought higher ground. Seeing the destruction caused by the floods, Alara knew she had to act fast. She remembered the magical pebble. If it had brought life back to the river, perhaps it could help control the floods too. Hurrying to the oak tree, she placed the pebble in the spring. This time, the energy surged outwards, forming a dome of shimmering light around the tree. As the floods reached the clearing, the light absorbed their power, calming the waters and diverting them away from the tree and the spring. Slowly, the floods subsided, leaving behind rich, fertile mud. The animals returned, their eyes wide with gratitude for the Savior who had stopped the floods. The plants unfurled their leaves, and flowers bloomed in vibrant colors. Their roots nourished by the floodwaters that had brought them life-giving silt. Ilara knew then that the journey of a drop of water is a miraculous one. Each drop starts its journey as part of something bigger, like a raindrop falling from a mighty storm cloud. As it falls, it nourishes the earth, helping to grow the food we eat and the flowers that bring beauty to our world. When the hot sun shines, the drop can be seen sparkling in the dewdrops on a leaf or dancing merrily in a tiny stream. Sometimes the drop joins a mighty river, flowing alongside other drops that have traveled from distant places. Together, they carve paths through the landscape, shaping mountains and valleys over many years. When the drop reaches the sea, it mingles with countless others, becoming part of the salty ocean water that covers much of our planet. Here, the drop supports coral reefs, helps fish grow, and even nurtures tiny plants that live in the ocean. If the drop happens to be inside a cloud, it can float around the world, traveling faster than any bird or airplane. Wherever it goes, the drop brings moisture that nourishes plants and helps make rainbows after a storm. Eventually, the drop falls back to earth as rain or snow, beginning its journey all over again. Through it all, the drop never stops moving. It flows, floats, falls, and dances, forever changing and always bringing life to our world. And so, just like the drop of water, we too are forever journeying through life. We start our journeys as tiny babies, then grow into curious toddlers, eager learners, and finally into caring adults ready to help those in need. Our journeys take us through different experiences, some calm and peaceful, others exciting and full of adventure. Just like the river that changes with the seasons, we too change over time. We face challenges that test our strength and teach us valuable lessons. But through it all, we learn and grow, becoming better versions of ourselves. Every step of our journey is important because, together, they make up our life story. And just as the drop of water gives life to the world around it, we too have the power to nurture and help others on their journeys. By being kind, helpful, and caring, we can make the world a better place for everyone. So remember, just like the drop of water, your journey is a gift. Embrace every moment and cherish the chance to make a positive impact on the world. Because, in the end, it's the little things, like a drop of water, that make up the beautiful journey of life.